A few days ago, while we were focused on the Fortnite Winterfest and enjoying our holidays, Epic dropped a secret change to the Fortnite map that hints at an end-of-season event. You guys remember that rocket back in Dusty Chapter 1 that actually gave us the black hole? Well, one of them just appeared on the map. I'm going to be explaining that in today's video, along with a gigantic mid-season update, the snow melting off the map, leaked footage of tornadoes and lightning, and even a fire sword coming to the game. There's a lot to unpack, so stay tuned. But the biggest Fortnite news this week is C-Day's return to YouTube. He hasn't uploaded in over 6 or 7 months, and he has finally made a Chapter 3 return video. I'm actually going to be reacting to his return video on Cypher Reacts if you guys want to see that. Congratulations, C-Day. Welcome back. We do miss you, and I hope you keep making videos in this chapter. Okay, so let's explain this rocket. It's currently at the Sevens Sanctuary, and it came out of a hole in the ground. And there's actually 7 different spots, one for each of the 7, where it looks like a rocket is probably hiding underneath. So what exactly is the rocket for? Well, we know that the 7 are under attack by the IO. The 7 currently hold control of this Chapter 3 map, and the IO are coming to take control from them. And if you walk around the map at certain points, you pull out a phone and get some very crucial information. You know, the blonde ding dong in the suit, if you know that voice line. Well, the scientist, one of the 7, he's actually the guy who's talking to us, and he's giving us some pretty good information. They have some wartime essentials up in space, and they are going to need that to beat the IO once they get here. So they're launching this first rocket to go retrieve whatever this is. Could it be a set of weapons, a vehicle? I'm not sure. The IO want to stop the 7 at all costs and regain control of the island, so we'll see how this plays out. But the 7's going to go ahead and go send that and pick up these wartime essentials. In the next part of this quest, the scientist tells us about weird underground activities under the island. He warns us that danger is coming. We know that these are actually the IO drilling through the Chapter 2 map to get to the Chapter 3 map. We have leaked images of these drills, and they are fully textured. So I'm going to make a guess here that these are going to be drivable vehicles once they get here, and we'll be able to use them to kind of drive around the map and maybe even dig through the map. We have a ton of images as well of the new IO design and the new guards and the IO Brute. He was the guy that we saw helping Dr. Sloan in the Chapter 3 event. And he's actually going to be a boss on the island who has the mythic Stinger SMG, which is probably going to be the most brutal SMG to come to the game. And I want to remind you guys, the IO Mythic Stinger is going to be the highest DPS SMG we've ever seen. It's going to have a DPS of 288, which is just about the same as the Combat SMG. But that one never actually released to the game because it lost the vote. It's going to be insane to use. I'll definitely be making a video about this SMG as soon as it's out. We also know that the IO's new base is going to be the Covert Canyon POI. In the game files, it looks like it's going to be underground, kind of like the grotto. And that makes perfect sense to be underneath that big mountain on the left side of the map. There's 2 rivers that actually go into the mountain, and they don't go anywhere. It makes sense that the mountain gets hollowed out by those rivers, and you can access it through those rivers. We can actually confirm this because we know what the map is going to look like pretty soon towards the end of the season. The snow will have 100% melted off the map. In my opinion, I would like to keep some snow in the top left, but I'm not sure if that's what's going to happen. And we see Tilted Towers very clearly on this version of the map, so we know that Tilted is coming back. But anyways, the IO are definitely a big problem for the 7. And in a leaked week 4 quest, you actually find out the first rocket that they're going to send is going to fail. It's not going to make it and retrieve these wartime essentials. So they end up having to send a second rocket to go do that. We can probably see that the second rocket will be coming out in a few days. So that's what I expect the end of season event to be about. It's going to be the 7 versus the IO fighting for control of the island. We know the 7 have some secrets and weapons up their sleeves. And we know the IO have been plotting and scheming, and they're coming in with these huge drills. Some sort of war will break out, some sort of battle between them. Now, I'm not putting a 100% guarantee on an end of season event like I did with the flip side, but this is a pretty strong guess. Although I can put a 100% guarantee on a New Year event. Unfortunately, though, it's going to be pretty similar to what we got in previous years. And we actually have footage of that right here. I hope you guys had a great 2021 and you're ready for 2022, because I feel like Fortnite is really about to skyrocket with all the content and updates they have planned. Speaking of content updates, we actually have leaked footage of what the in-game tornadoes are going to look like. I'm reacting to this right now. Obviously, this tornado is not like... I feel like this is not as active. Like, this is obviously like leaked footage. So it could be a little bit different once it's actually in game, like destroying more things. But I'm pretty sure this tornado is not going to actually kill players. It's going to allow us to move around the map and maybe redeploy. It's going to throw things up in the air, and the environment is really going to react to it. Cars will be flying, bushes and whatnot. I do wonder how this will affect like two players having an intense build fight. If it doesn't kill you and you can still control your player's movement, I feel like this is going to be a good mobility device for the map. We also have footage of 3 new melee weapons that are going to be used in creative. I don't think these will be coming to the battle royale, but still this looks pretty exciting and people might come up with some pretty fun creative modes. So there's like some sort of fire sword. It kind of has a similar animation to the old mythic sword. There's a kind of hatchet item, and it has its own unique animation. I actually thought this hatchet might be an item in Chapter 3. And then there's some sort of like spear, and these all have like unique animations. These animations probably exist in Save the World, and there's like a normal sword. But I'm excited to see how these get implemented into creative, and maybe one of them might be coming to the game. I'm not 100% sure. So we actually have footage of the squad heal item in action. This is not the healing chug splash cannon that we saw in the Chapter 3 trailer, the one that you kind of throw down and it heals everyone around you. This one's completely different. So you hold it above your head, and when you activate it, it gives a heal to everybody around you, and it's in like an instant, I think, 100 heals. I don't think it's shield. I think it's like it gets everybody's health back up to 100. Could be very useful for when you and your squad just come out of the storm, or if you just finished a fight and everybody's really weak. So we talked about, you know, the tornadoes, the lightning, the drill vehicles, the new mythics, the return of tilted towers, and so much more. Well, when is this all actually coming? Well, Epic is planning a massive mid-season update in week 6 or 7, so watch out for that. They're calling it that in their game files, and honestly, Epic doesn't really do this too much. It could be some sort of new strategy. This could very well be Chapter 3 Season 1.5, similar to how we got the Tony Stark update in Chapter 2 Season 4, and it really changed the pace of the chapter and the season. Well, this could be a huge update that really feels like a brand new season. We do have some extra information from Donald Mustard. He's always kind of teasing, and he posted this image on Instagram. No caption. He's just drinking out of this mug, and the mug says Deus Machina. I'm not sure if this ties into Fortnite, but this could mean that something very unexpected could be coming to the game to change the pace of the game and change the story. I do feel like Chapter 3 is going to break away and really define its own story compared to Chapter 2 and Season 1, which were kind of a little bit repetitive in their themes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more Chapter 3 content. And shout out to everybody who has been getting Metal Umbrella for the holiday season. The first and second collection are still available at metalumbrella.com. If you end up getting it, send me a picture on Twitter and Instagram. I will show love and respond to anybody who does that.